welcome back, and today I'm going to be talking about my Hunter. Now I've done the Titan and I've done the Warlock. Now Destiny 2 is only around the corner, but I thought it would be a good idea to do the Hunter again. Well, not again, but it would be good to do the Hunter this time. So, now with my Hunter, it's a lot more different. And I've got a lot more stuff to go with this Hunter, and it goes in with PvP, PvE, all that stuff. So yeah. Um, let's start off with the Night Stalker. Now with the Night Stalker, uh, I have at least a decent amount of armor on, and I have for PvP you can either have Quiver or Black Hole, but you mainly you would use Quiver, but on PvE you would use Black Hole, because it's a lot more better. And for the grenade, I'm using the Spike Grenade, but I don't really mind either one. They're all pretty much the same to me. And then we've got the smoke. Now I've got this one at the this is the toxic grenade. This throws out a toxic and it damages you. You could also get this on, but I prefer either these two, Foundation Smoke or the Toxin. And I would use this on PvE, just so you can get around things. Then I've got, now with me I try to put as much armor as I can on, just to be able to survive a lot longer. And I've got the Lockdown, Weight, Fearless, and Shade Step. Now Shade Step in a Hunter with Night Stalker is pretty important, as because they don't have great armor like the Titan does. But this would help me to move faster. So with this I would move faster with Shade Step, and yeah, it'd be pretty cool having that. Now with the Night Stalker, I can have pretty much anything with this, like but with the artifacts I can use Memory of Fill, which is very useful. Or you can either get you can use the Memory of Scar to help with your teammates, or pretty much the Radagast and the Silmar, or Perrin, which all of these do help with Night Stalker and the other classes as well. But mainly at the moment I'm using, if I was using my Night Stalker, I would be using the Memory of Scorer just to help out my teammates, or I'll be using the Radagast, which increases sword capacity. And I do actually have the sword. Okay, no I don't. I thought I did. But later on, like if I am going to use that, I would actually grab out a sword and use that. Probably the Young Wolf's Howl. Probably use that sword because that was the best one. And the Memory of Perrin, that's pretty good as well. Like if you shoot the Night Stalker, it will show other enemies their health and all that stuff. So fucking hell. And with the armor, again, I don't really mind. But mainly you would use the Bones of Aerie because they're the best way to go. So, and with the weapons, it pretty much doesn't matter really what you get with the weapons with Night Stalker. But pretty much the weapons make no difference except from how you play the game. So then then we're gonna go on Gunslinger. This is the class I've been using at the moment, and I've pretty much got it sorted already. There's not really anything else I would kind of want to change. But for this one, I'm using the trip mine grenade. They're very good. I would use storm grenade as well. Like either two, I don't mind. At the moment, using trip mine grenades. Then we've got triple jump, and with the bones of air, that make a full jump, which is actually pretty good. And then we've got cluster combustion. Killing enemies with the golden gun causes them to explode, which is very good. And then you've got also gunfighter, reduces cooldown with golden gun. Either of these I don't really mind. Then we've got incendiary blade. Throw knife catches enemies on fire, dealing additional damage over time. You could use knife juggler. Precision kills throw knife immediately resets its cooldown, but this helps a lot if you're going to do a combo. So throw your grenade and your throw knife, which is pretty much insta kill. And then I try to put as much armor as I can on this one as well. Pretty much armor is pretty vital, because you just don't want to die straight away. So that's why I've got, if you watch all my videos, I mainly got lots of armor so I could stay alive. So, and with this, with this as well, with triple jump, you can use the bones of Ao. They're pretty useful, or you can use something like the tarantula. Well, not really, because I thought this. No, I'm thinking of the wrong one. You can use the arachnid. Now this beauty, your golden gun zooms in for accuracy when aimed and can be kept ready for longer. So pretty much your golden gun is zoomed in like a sniper rifle, and your golden gun lasts longer. That's pretty much it, and it's an absolute beast. And I would advise using that helmet because honestly it's such a beast. And with the artifacts, either of these don't really mind, but at the moment, because I'm trying to level this thing up, I'm using the Memory of Fairwinter, and this gives you a double grenades and double melees. So that's 2 throw knives and 2 grenades, or trip mine grenades. So that's pretty good, and pretty OP at the same time. Okay. Then we got Blade Dancer, one of my favourite classes to use, by the way. And with this one, again, armor crucial. Even though I think I can increase this. No, you can't. Okay. I thought you could. So with this one as well, you have script grenades or flux grenades. Either these two are very good. And at the moment I'm using blink. So you pretty much, when you teleport every time you double jump. Now either these two don't mind, Razor Edge or Vanish. You could also use Showstopper, but that's pretty much like crap. But these two very good. And then you got Escape Artist, which is very useful. I have used this a lot. And also Backstab, like those two are very good. And also this as well. But either these like three, these are all very good. And again, armor is like, I kind of went for armor. But with this I got like Shadow Jack, increases invisibility, and I've also got this pretty much armor as well, and Stalker gains invisibility after crouching in a place for a short time. So this is really why I kind of like it, like using Blade Dancer as well, because you just can get behind enemy really quickly and all that stuff. And all these three as well are very good. Mainly I would use fleet-footed or Shadowjack. These two mainly. I barely use quick draw because it's just, you can get perks for that on your weapon anyway. And these two as well, like Inkor, both these are very useful as well, and also that, but I haven't looked at it yet. And also for Blade Dancer, I wouldn't be using the Bones of Ao. I'll mainly be using this, the Frost EE5. The reason why I'd use this is because of its rapid cooldown. Ties return radius while sprinting, increased grenade and melee regeneration while sprinting. So while I'm sprinting, all my grenades and melees will come back quicker than they usually would do. And that's, like, again, that's really good. I've also got the dance machines. These can be used for any class, but like I would mainly use these just to get around things quicker. And it pretty much, when you're aiming down it, you just move quicker, and it's really useful. As you can see, I've barely used it, but I've seen others use it, and it looks really good. And I did use it on one of my, like, there's a perk like this on the Titan, and it actually did help. So it's pretty much both, like the Titan one and this one is kind of the same. And this as well, the Tarantula. I haven't used it yet, but it does look very good for arc plays, the things I'm using, and reduces arc damage from minions of the darkness, and arc generates, and arc grenades and arc blade recharges faster, so it's really good. And then I've got these two that I haven't used, but I've pretty much got these anyway because I could use them in the future. And invisible while crouching, visible melee from behind deals 4 times the damage. Melee attacks cause lingering damage. So this is very good, in my personal view, but some people might disagree. But no, honestly, this looks, and it does sound very good. So 4 times the damage in the back. I do get behind people a lot quicker and a lot faster. Anyway, and then we got Steve Val from we got that. Looks like Pogba. I just realised. But this has Nutrix, improves skip grenades, and you gain an additional skip grenade charge. So that helps a lot in like PvP with your Blade Dancer, because you have skip grenades on Blade Dancer, and that's it. And for the helmets, you can have the Knucklehead radar. Radar remains visible while aiming in your primary weapon, or you can use the Forfeit, which grants you a Shade Step. And then you got this as well, like the Golden Gun, already talked about that. And then you got this as well, which Arc Blade uses less super energy. So you've got a choice with my Hunter. I've got a choice of either which, and again, like, these all fits into Blade Dancer and Night Stalker and all that stuff, and yeah. The main, like, Blade Dancer as well. These two I kind of use while staying back, but if I'm using my Blade Dancer, I can't get in their faces. So like when I'm using Blade Dancer, I mainly use like a shotgun, like the Paraspire. Um, I mainly use a shotgun, so yeah. But with like this as well, you could use like the last word if you're going in the faces, which again does really help. Or you can use the Konoshkov or the Bad Juju. The Bad Juju as well, actually, you can use with Blade Dancer and, well, Night Stalker and Gunslinger, because it's pulse rifle. It's really decent, like really good weapon as well. It does destroy. But you could use something like the Ice Luna or the Hero Formula, which again does. It's with the Hero Formula as well. Actually, it's a bit like the medium multi-tool. So, and then for like my hunter as well, I've got the Icebreaker. So I'll mainly use the Icebreaker on my like Night Stalker or my I think it's Gunslinger. Yeah, Gunslinger. I've also got the Trespasser as well, and the Anto's Roll. Now I did do a free-for-all match with this character, and I think at the time I was using Blade Dancer. I'm not 100% sure. I think I might have been using Night Stalker, but I knew I was using either Blade Dancer or Night Stalker. I wasn't using Gunslinger, but it was either the two, and I pretty much got first place. But I was using the Vision Stone, which is a very good assault rifle or auto rifle. I would recommend this as well. Like this, if you get this in Trials of Osiris, 100% keep it because it's very good. And again, the Trespasser it's pretty much one of those weapons you just kind of really got to get because it's just such a good weapon. Then you could use the one word, but at the moment I've got the Anton's Rule, which is a very neat weapon. It's got 15 in the bullet in the magazine, while the Trespasser's got 18. But both these are like really good weapons to use. But the Trespasser's got 100% sustainability and 100% reload, so you've pretty much got a good weapon there, and it's very good, very good. And again, like with all this Trespasser stuff, you can use a lot more different like weapons and stuff, but at the moment I'm using Sure Shot as it's kind of like my favourite sight. But like with the Anton's Rule, the pretty much like I've used them both, and the Trespasser rock like destroys it, but Anton's Rule is a good backup weapon if you're using something like the Konoshkov or the Last Word or the Bad Juju, whatever you want to use. As you can see, I'm doing this at the moment, and this is actually for another exotic, and when I've completed this, I will do like a preview of what this weapon is of. So, but it's taken a while, and it's not taken a good while because it's really getting in my head how terrible the sustainability on this weapon is, and it's actually just doesn't help at all. It's just got really bad sustainability, so it's really hard. But I hope you guys have enjoyed. Please do like and do subscribe. Check out my other videos as well. I have released a video on the Warlock and the Titan, which is pretty neat, and they're pretty good, useful videos. Now, I pretty much released these videos just for like other people who struggle with their class and what they think nothing works. But the thing with making your classes, it's the way it works for you and the way you're suited with it. And this is the way I'm used to having my hunters and my warlocks and titans. And the only same thing about these is the armor is really good, and pretty much without that armor you're screwed. But again, with like titans and all that stuff, like I did say, it all depends on what you're suited with, like the intellect and all that stuff. Like I've got tier 13 here, and I'm mainly focused on strength and discipline. But I think on my warlock I've got an intellect, tier 5 intellect, and here I've only got tier 3. But it all really depends on the map and the style you're playing, because you could be one of those people that rushes all the time, so you want mainly a shotgun and something like the last word and a titan, so you rush all the time. Those 3 combos are just OP. But you could rush with hunter and again the last word and the shotgun, but you could also use something like the trespasser. And with warlocks, they're not really meant for rushing, but if you do, I would use again something like the Kalashnikov and the Wormwood, or you could use the No Land Beyond and Wormwood and still rush with the warlock. But it all depends really on the map and the style of your play. And I've like met so many people complaining about how their class doesn't suit them, and they always talk like how this doesn't work and how that doesn't work, and it's a style of play that they played, and I 100% recommend using some of these tactics. And if they don't work, let me know down in the comments below, because I've also got other tactics I could show you, and I've got millions of ways how I play, like with my hunter, how I play with my warlock, or how I play with my titan. And I have done quite a fair bit of stuff, and I do recommend getting this Iron Banner coming soon. Is, I think, probably the last one. No, the last the last Trials of Osiris is on August the 11th on my birthday, which is quite funny and weird, but that's the last Trials of Osiris. So kind of now and to like that August the 11th, I'd recommend try and doing all the best weapons you can get and all the stuff you can get, because as you can see, most of my stuff realistically is from Trials of Osiris, except for my helmet and my boots, but also my artifacts. Most of the stuff is from Trials of Osiris, so I do recommend doing at least as much as you can on Trials of Osiris, because you never know, you might actually get some decent weapon like the Ephesian Stone or the Burning Eye, etc, etc, something like that. But they all are very, very good weapons, and when playing these weapons, before you do get them, I recommend testing them first and all that stuff, because you never know, they might be actually pretty crap. So hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and do subscribe and check out my videos as well. I know I've said this like twice, but fuck it, really, do what I want. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and see you next time. Yeah.